सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. ॐ. Page 129, verse 6. यातु स्यान्मानसी वृत्तिः चाक्षुष्कारूपरञ्जना नित्यमेवात्मनो दृष्ट्या नित्यया दृश्यते हि सा. Shankaracharya, dealing with the topic of Sakshi Chaitanyam, he says, I, the Sakshi Chaitanyam, am free from all sense organs. I am free from prana. I am free from mind and intellect. When we use the word I, we have to understand that I is original consciousness. As a Vedantic student, what I have to remember all the time, the I is a mixture. When I say I am, this I is a mixture. Spirit and matter mixture. But we don't use the word spirit and matter often. We use our Vedantic terms. Spirit, instead of spirit, we use the word Atma, or we use the word original consciousness, or higher I, or Chit Chaitanyam. All these names we use to the original consciousness, Atman, nature, and this original consciousness bless the mind with reflection. Chidabhasa. That Chidabhasa is called Ahankara. Matter. Ahankara, Chidabhasa, Pratibimba Chaitanyam or RC. Reflected consciousness RC or lower I. Inferior I. Atma, OC is superior I. Ahankara is lower I. So higher I and lower I mixed together doing Vyavahara. Vyavahara can be done only through the mixture. Higher I plus lower I mixture. Having understood this mixture, next step is one is real, another one is unreal. In this mixture, first we have to understand there are two components in I. Later, what is our job? In this mixture, in these two components, one is real, one is unreal. Which one is real, which one is unreal also we should know properly. OC is unreal, Ahankara is real and sollakudad. Ahankara doesn't exist independent of Chit, original consciousness. Whatever is dependently existing is unreal. Just as your reflected face in the mirror is unreal because it is dependently existing on your original face. Your reflected face in the mirror dependently existing on the original face. Original face is not depending upon reflected face for its existence. If there is a reflected face or not, I, the original face, my original face exists. Example you have to remember and apply to the Dashtanta. Real face always exists whether mirror is there or not, reflection is there, is not, my face exists. But reflection of my face cannot exist without my original face, It cannot exist without mirror also. Therefore, whatever is dependently existing is unreal. Whatever is independently existing is real. This is the law. Apply the same law to Darshtanta. Chidabhasa, lower I, the reflected consciousness, ahankara, ego, I am. You are telling, when you add through I am to Vyavahara as Pati, Patni, Putra, Putri, that is ahankara, I. Even though it is interacting with the world, people and all the time, it is unreal only. It is blessed by the original consciousness. Therefore, original consciousness alone helping the Chidabhasa to form in the mind, then mind becomes active Chetanam, sentient mind. Jada Manaha becomes Chetana Manaha because of Chidabhasa. Then that mind starts seeing, knowing through the eyes, hearing through the ears and all this doing. Therefore, what is our total basement and foundation? Illuminator number 1, illuminator number 2. Illuminator number 1 is O.C. Atma Chaitanyam Aham Sakshi Chaitanyam Satyaha Nityam. Ever I am existing, but I am eyesless, earsless. No sense organ is there for me. But this illuminator number 2, Ahankara, illumining the world, ever the Drishyam world, this Drashta number 2, illuminator number 2 is Satyam or Mithya? Mithya. Drashta number 1, Atma Chaitanyam, is Satyam. So you want real, you want to claim yourself real Drashta or unreal Drashta? Duplicate you want or original you want? I want to be original. Therefore, don't go for duplicate. Make use of the duplicate, but never claim the duplicate you are. Okay? That Ahankara sees the world through the mind, sense organs, whereas Atma is achakshushkaha. It doesn't have eyes, ears, all sense organs of knowledge, sense organs of action, prana, mind, buddhi, all are not there in Atma. But is it illuminator or not? It is drashta. It is illuminator. Why? Swayam drashta. Swayam. Self-evident. Whereas this mind, in which there is Chidabhasa formed Ahankara, it is Anitya Drashta. It is Anityam. It is not ever the seer. It is seen also by the Sakshi Chaitanyam. So this is the development Acharya doing here. If you do this type of analysis, you will not identify with the lower I. You will not identify with the bodies. You will not identify with the sukha, dukkha happening in the mind, raga, desha happening in the mind. You will not identify. On the other hand, you develop an objectivity towards those problems. This is called freedom. What for we have to do this analysis? Tell me. What for? I want to disidentify with this samsara, jara, marana, vyadhi, sukha, dukkha, raga, dvesha. I don't want. Then you have to claim yourself, you are Atma. That is the only solution. Therefore, analyze all these vrittis happening in the mind. Ahankara, when it knows the world, always depends on vritti. Rupa vritti, shabda vritti, gandha vritti, all vrittis. Whereas Atma doesn't require any vritti to be as an illuminator. Mind, this ahankara to be as illuminator, it requires vritti, parinama, karanas are required. It is karanavan, whereas Atma, Sakshi, and Chaitanyam doesn't require any karanams. It is not depending on karanams. Without requiring any karanams, I, the Sakshi Chaitanyam, am the illuminator. Swatantram, I need not depend upon any clutches. Whereas ego, the ahankara, depending upon, to see rupa, I depend upon my eyes. To hear sounds, I depend upon my ears. To touch, I depend upon the skin. To smell, I depend upon the nose. Like this, sense organs depend upon. So, this dependence is there for this bahya, vishaya, contact to be illuminator. Whereas the Atma doesn't require any karanams. Swatantram. I need not depend upon anyone. That's what we are saying. Look into the shloka, 6th shloka. In the last class we saw, Yatu manasi vrittihi chakshushka ruparanjana. Manasi vrittihi, the vritti means thought. Manasi, in the mind. When the thought arises in the mind. Here vritti means not profession. Vritti means thought. Thought arises in your mind. All vrittis, either they have rupa vritti, forms thought. Rupa ranjana means dipped in rupam. Chakshurindriya janya chakshushka rupa. Chakshurindriya janyam. That jnanam of that form, that object I got through my eyes. How rupa janyam. I saw the object through my eyes. Chakshushka janyam. Chakshush janyam. That is called rupa vritti. You hear my words, shabda vritti. So every jnanam supposed to have a vritti. Every jnanam, every knowledge preceded by a vritti thought. Because we are attracted by the object, we never study about the thought. Thought avadu, geet avadu. Engirka thought anna. Because we are attracted towards objects, thought, where there is time for thinking about thought. What is thought, where it is coming, how it is rising. Where is time for people to think? Just it comes and they go for that and buy, enjoy. That's what they do. And the sugar cane, now taste sweet, rasana indriyam. Rupa ranjana, rasana ranjana, like that. Ranjana means what? Soaked with, dipped with. That is the Nityameva atmanaha drishtya nityaya drishyate hi sa. Whereas outside object forms, etc., etc., you require manasi vritti. But to know Sakshi Chaitanyam doesn't require any vritti to illumine the objects. To illumine the objects, mind ahankara requires vritti through sense organs, 5 sense organs. But Atma Chaitanyam doesn't require any sense organs. Nityaya drishtya atmanaha. What I said in the last class, atmanaha means which is other than the mind. Atmanaha drishtya nityaya. Drashtuhu atmanaha drishtihi drishtya. That nityaya, that is nityaya means what? Sakshi Chaitanyam. Ahankara is anitya drishti, temporary illuminator. If I close my eyes, I cannot see the clip. So the mind ahankara is a temporary illuminator. But the mind is illumined by the Sakshi Chaitanyam. All the time without any karanams, without any vritti. Nityameva atmanaha. That drishyate, nityameva, ever evident. Ever evident. Atma illumines the mind or blessing the mind. Sa vrittihi. Ya manasi vritti chakshushka sa vritti, that vritti alone is illumined by the Atma without eyes. Are you getting the point? Which manasika vritti is required to see the object, but Atma doesn't require any manasika vritti or chakshush, anything. No vritti at all. That is why it is Swayam Prabha, Swayam Jyotihi. That is what we have to say. Mind is ever illumined by Sakshi. It is not all the time illuminator. It is only temporary illuminator. That also borrowed illuminator. It has got borrowed illumination capacity through Atma. Up to here we saw in the last class. Chakshushka means, and the shka represents, Chakshushka means Chakshut Dwara Janita Rupa Ranjana. Chakshushka means Chakshudvara. Through the eyes, Rupakaram is born. That is Manasi Vritti. Similarly, Shabda you have to take, Gandha you can take. Next shloka we will read. Here, Drishtya Nityaya Atmanaha, that we have to take it as Chaitanya Prakasha Lakshanaya. Chaitanya Prakasha Lakshanaya Nityameva. Original Chaitanyam, who is the illuminator of the mind, is Nityam. Nityameva Drishyate or Prakashyate. Drishyate means Prakashyate. That is evident. Anubhava Siddham ityartha. Anubhava Siddham. He is there. It shows, it is well known, popular. Anubhava Siddham. Now further, next shloka also, Acharya continues the same idea. Shloka number 7. Tathanyendriya yuktaya vrittayo vishayanjanah smriti ragadirupacha kevalantarmanasyapi. So we have to remember two words here. Ahankara always interact with vritti vyapara. Sakshi Chaitanyam illumines all with vritti vyapara without instruments. Ahankara does vyapara, means interaction, through vritti. Every vritti comes because of sense organs. Whereas Sakshi Chaitanyam illumines the mind, the Ahankara. Through Ahankara, Sakshi illumines the world, objects, without any instruments. That is what he is highlighting here. Look into the shloka. Anya indriya yukta ya vrittayaha. Vritti is Strilingam. So ya vrittayaha. Those thoughts which are Vishayanjanaha. Vishayanjanaha means associated with Vishaya. Thought is always associated with one object or other. Vishaya Anjana. Anjana means dipped. Like white cloth, you take and dip in that red color. The cloth becomes what? Red color. Similarly, the eyes and the vritti and the rupa, once they see that color, is that vritti is dipped in that object. And the object, akara, vritti comes inside and the mind sees that and intellect gets the knowledge of that object. These are all, I am talking minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour I am talking. But to get this knowledge, how much, when you get the knowledge, suppose this is a sponge cover, I am putting to this mic but when you see this is color, immediately yellow color knowledge comes to you. How much time it is taking? How many minutes it is taking? 15 minutes? Half an hour? 1 hour? Fraction of seconds, within no time this knowledge comes. But within seconds, fraction of seconds, your eyes look at the object and the thought that nana chidra ghatodara sthita mahadeepa prabha bhaswaram. Just the light pervades that object and you get the knowledge of that object. Like that, eyes pervade that object, immediately it sends the message, the vritti comes, this is mic, this is yellow color. That vritti comes and the knowledge comes immediately. Immediately it comes. If I show this clock, you have got the what knowledge now? Clock knowledge. How you have got clock knowledge, you know? That's what Shankaracharya is telling. Any knowledge what you are getting is through the vritti, through the thought. Clock thought. Clock thought. If I show this, what is this? What you have got? How do you know pot? Pot jnanam you have got. To get the pot knowledge, you must get the pot thought first. To get the pot thought, your eyes must see this pot. Your eyes along that Chidabhasa, they pervade the pot and immediately pot thought comes. This is called Rupa Vritti. Rupa Vritti. This is called Anjana. Now you know Anjana, your eyes and sees the pot and thought comes. What thought you have got? Ghata Vrittihi. Clock Vrittihi. That Vritti, Ghata Vritti is dipped in what? Endowed with what? Ghata Vritti. Ghata. Griha Vritti. House thought endowed with what? House. Now every thought is endowed with connected object, corresponding object. That is called Anjana. நமக்கு புரியாத ஒரு சான்ஸ்கிரிட் லாங்குவேஜ் என்ன பண்றது? So I am trying to communicate in English. Anjana. Vishaya Anjana. What is the Vishaya here? Ghata is the Vishaya. Clock is the Vishaya. House is the Vishaya. Look at the fan. If I say immediately look at the fan. Fan vritti. Look at the bulb. It is burning, not burning. You see the bulb? Tube light vritti. That is tube light vritti. This is called Vishaya Anjana. How this Vishaya Anjana happens? He says, Ya Vrittayaha, whatever thought you get, your whole Vyavahara from the morning to till night is happening through this Vritti only. Vrittayaha means many thoughts. Today Pongal, class is there or not? Nowadays students are not asking. They know Swamini will not give leave at all. So they have come to know that. That is also a vritti. Okay. So, ya vrittayaha vishaya anjana anya indriya samyukta. Here, indriya yukta means indriya prayukta ityarthaha. Indriya prayukta. They are activated by the sense organs. Every thought is activated by sense organs. Shabda vritti, Rupa vritti, Grandha vritti, Sparsha vritti, Rasana vritti. All of them, Vishaya means you have to supply Drishyante. Ya vrittayaha drishyante anya indriya prayuktaha. They are all activated by the indriyams, corresponding. Rupa vritti should not use ears. If for ears, Shabda vritti sake, you should not use Gandha vritti. Corresponding objects. Not only that, Smriti Ragadi Rupacha, even memory, remembrance. Raga, Adi, Raga, attachment. Dvesha, Adi Padat, Dvesha. Ragadi Rupacha Kevala antar manasi api drishyante. You can supply once again. Drishyante. They are not born. This inside smriti, remembrance, attachment, aversion. Are they born out of anya indriya? Or eyes, ears? Inside there is an attachment. It's a feeling. Antar manasi, in the mind inside, you are not using any sense organs. It is that raga is not born out of any sense organ contact. Simple thing only. When I am talking in the language, your words and all, it looks as though difficult. Simple thing. நமக்கு தெரிஞ்ச விஷயம்தான். விஷயம் என்னன்னா நமக்கு தெரிஞ்ச விஷயம்தான். ஆனாலும் தெரியாமல் இருக்கு. What he says, smriti, remembrance. For that, which sense organ you are using? No sense organ you are using. Remembrance, smriti. Here smriti dirgham, but it is smritihi drishyate. Because of sandhi rule, visarga is dropped. Smritihi drishyate. Ekavachanam only. But that is not printing mistake. Because of grammar rule, smriti it is. Memory in the form of attachment, aversion. Smriti ragadi rupa adipadat aversion. Smriti ragadi rupa cha antar manasi api. Those who are all in the mind, antaha means inside, manasi, inside the mind, they are not born out of kevala, they are only kevala. Kevala means they are not born out of sense organs. Kevala meaning not born out of sense organs. Acharya's Upadesa Sahasra is a tough Sanskrit. It's unlike Viveka Chudamani. Other texts are simple, Atma Bodha, Viveka Chudamani. They are all very simple. I do not know why so tough Acharya this Sanskrit. Because I have taken many other texts of Acharya, Hastamalakiyam, so many other texts I have taken. But I feel this is very tough Sanskrit. Because subject is also tough. Sanskrit is also tough. Upadesa Sahasri is such a beautiful text. But simple, namakku anubhava vishayam dhaan, adinala we are managing, okay? Vritti, sense organs, all thoughts namakku therinjina vishayam dhaan, adinala we are able to understand, even though we are not able to understand the grammar points. It doesn't matter, subject purinja bodum, grammar varattalu no problem. Because eyes we know, ears we know, shabda we know, mind we know, intellect we know, ahankara very much we know. So all these are very familiar. That's why Upadesa Sahasri we love. That's why all of you are coming in spite of Pongal. Okay. Kevala, without any expectation or without any association of sense organs, antar manasi, raga adi, they are all kevala, means not born out of. Smriti is not born out of any sense organs. Raga, attachment, is not born out of any sense organ. Dvesha also not born out of any sense organ. But clip knowledge is born out of eyes. Music knowledge is born out of sound. Cold or heat born out of skin. Foul smell, good smell born out of nose. All this knowledge is born out of some one organ or other. But whereas in this smriti, remembrance, attachment, aversion is not born out of any sense organ. They are born in the mind. Manasi antaha eva. Parantu kevala. Kevala means without any sense organs association is the meaning. Drishyate. Manasyastadvadanyasya drishyante swapna vrittayah drashtur drishtistato nityam shuddhananta cha kevalam. So raga vritti Smarana vritti, all born without sense organs contact. Acharya want to say how they are born. Who is the illuminator of them? They are born out of Sakshi Chaitanyam. How to understand? You go to dream. You go to dream, you understand. Not now. You can go to dream and study about the dream and artham. When you are dream, you cannot study about dream. To study about dream, you have to be in waking state, Jagrata Avastha. So Swamini asked me to study about dream. Let me go to dream. When you go to dream, you cannot study about dream. When you go to sleep, you cannot study about sleep. So to study about dream, to study about sleep also, you have to be in waking state. As a waker, you can study about dreamer. As a waker, you can study about a sleeper. Sleeper cannot study about sleep. Dreamer cannot study about dream. Clear? So you are all wakers now. You are all wakers. So in waking state, we are all wakers studying about dream. So what is that? Acharya says the study about dream is during sleep, no external object is available. During sleep, இது தெரியாத நமக்கு தெரியும் ஆனாலும் புரியல. We know that, but we don't understand how the mechanism is going on about sleep or dream. That mechanism is explaining now. Mind itself is an object of experience in dream. Mind itself is an object of experience in dream. Who is experiencing? Mind cannot experience the mind. Mind cannot experience the mind. If mind experiences the mind, Sakshi Chaitanyam doesn't require. So mind cannot know itself in the dream. Therefore, mind is objectified by the Sakshi Chaitanyam. In waking state, you cannot understand Sakshi Chaitanyam because you are busy. All of us are busy in Pongal, sweet Pongal, hot Pongal. Every Pongal, busy. The Pongal adich next festival enna eduru paathundirukom. Yes, because waking state we are all busy. Paranchikani vetrada swayambhuhu parang pashyati na antaratman. Therefore, all our sense organs are extroverted in waking state. But studying in waking state only, no. That is why we keep you in the class, in the camp, in the class, and not on the road somewhere while interactions with the world. This won't come. Specially, systematically, putting chairs, carpets, fans, speakers, lights, everything. It's in Ukarango. That too convenient time. Not for Swamini's convenient time. For all people, when they have finished their work, evening times, when there is no much work, then we arrange all these things. A congenial atmosphere is required. Then only you can understand. Now we are studying the dream. The dream, when you go to sleep, sense organs are not available. Clear? That's what he says. Yadvat is not there. Correlative. Tadvat alone is there. Okay. Swapna vrittayaha drishyante. First you have to supply yadvat, just as he want to say mind is not self-evident. Mind is evident to consciousness. Why mind is not evident to itself? Mind is jadam. Mind is jadam, just like this pot. Pot knows I am pot. Pot is not self-evident to the pot. Mind is not self-evident. That's the example. I am giving an example. Pot doesn't know it is pot. That is called pot is not self-evident. Jadatvat, because it is inert. It has to be illumined by the light, then only. Even eyes are there also, I cannot see the pot just like that. Brightness must be there. Light must be there. Then only I can know the pot. Clear? Suppose I take the mirror, dark room. I want to illumine the dark room. Can you illumine the dark room in the night with mirror? Big mirror. Bring and illumine the dark room. What mirror requires to illumine the dark room? Light is required, sunlight is required. It has to fall on the mirror, then sun reflection in the mirror, that bright light illumines the dark room. அதே மாதிரி தான் சாட்சி சைத்தன்யம், sun like சாட்சி சைத்தன்யம் is required to illumine the dark mind. Dark mind தான் ஜட மனஸ் அர்த்தம். That's what he says. Yadvat swapna vrittayaha, just as the thoughts in the dream thoughts. Swapna vrittayaha means in swapna you are seeing pot, donkey, elephant, peacock, house. In dream also you are seeing objects or not? You are seeing how they are coming, that objects. Swapna vrittayaha means there also ghata vritti is there, pata vritti is there. So many objects you are seeing in the dream. In sleep objects are not available, but you are seeing the objects in the dream. Seeing the objects in the dream means that object vritti must come. Swapna vrittayaha. Aeroplane I saw in my dream. That means aeroplane thought. I saw a huge elephant with white tusks. Mangalam, if you see that. Okay. Cow I saw. That means cow vritti, elephant vritti. I am asking, with what sense organs contact you have got elephant vritti, swapna elephant vritti, or any other object vritti? How you have got without sense organs? Then how do you know yesterday I got this dream, I saw that in the dream? Who illumined? Have you seen that you have used sense organ to see that objects? Have you used your sense organs to see that object in the swapna? You have not used sense organs because they are not available in sleep. No sense organs are available. But you saw the objects and you are remembering now after waking up. Nice dream, good dream or bad dream, whatever may be the dream, you are remembering now means who is that witnessed that dream? Mind witnessed the dream. Mind is not self-evident. It cannot witness. Sakshi Chaitanyam. That's what he want to say. Swapna vrittayaha. Yadvat swapna vrittayaha drishyante anyasya drishyante manasya tadvat. Just as the swapna vrittis are witnessed by the Sakshi Chaitanyam. Anyasya means here, Anyasya Sakshinaha. Anyasya means Sakshinaha. Drishyante. It is not a Rupa Ranjana, Shabda Ranjana. The Vishaya is not associated with any sense organ to create thought. Sense organs are all closed. Without seeing with your eyes, you are seeing the elephant in the dream. They are called, he says, they are all anyasya drishyante. Anyasya sakshinaha or atmanaha, which is other than the mind. Anyasya. Manasya anyasya, other than the mind. Drishyante, they are all seen by the Sakshi Chaitanyam. Tadvat, like that. Next come to Dashtanta. Drashtuhu drishtihi tato nitya. Tadvat, similarly, you have to supply to Jagrat now. Dashtanta illa. Swapna, by explaining the Swapna, you understand easily. Who saw the dream object? Who illumined the dream object? Sakshi Chaitanyam. That is the essence of the first line. Who illumined the dream objects in the dream? Because mind cannot see the dream objects, because mind alone became many objects in the dream. But someone is illumining the dream objects. That is called Sakshi Chaitanya in the dream. Similarly, in Jagrat also. Since you are busy in Jagrat Avastha, you are not noticing this action, what is happening. In dream, you can understand easily now. You can understand or not? Tadvat. Similarly, you apply the same law. Now you have to supply words. Jagrat vrittayaha api drishyante. Anyasya sakshinaha drishyante. Jagrat vrittayaha, you have to supply second line. Jagrat vrittayaha api drishtihi drashtuhu drishtihi tataha nitya. Jagrat vrittayaha means in waking state also all vrittis are api anyasya drishyante sakshinaha drishyante. They are all illumined by sakshi only. They are all illumined by sakshi only, even in waking state. Not only in dream state, in waking state also they are illumined by sakshi only. All vrittis are illumined by sakshi. What type of sakshi? Drashtuhu drishtihi. Drashtuhu atmanaha. Drashtuhu means atmanaha. Drishtihi. Drishtihi means the knower, the knowledge of the knower, the self. Drashtuhu drishtihi means the knowledge of the knower. The knowledge of the knower. Who knows that I am the knower? I have got a knowledge. This is self. The knowledge, the knower, the knowledge of the knower is the self. Drashtuhu drishtihi. Drishtihi means jnanam, knowledge. Drashtuhu means self. Drishtihi means jnanam. Drashtuhu means atma. Atma jnanam. Apadiyan artham ille. That is the meaning. Drishtihi means jnanam, knowledge of whom? Of the self. Drashtuhu drishtihi. Therefore, it is nitya. Tataha. Tataha means what? Jagat vrittayaha api sakshinaha eva drishyante. Tataha. Sakshi is nitya. Because in dream, your mind is not actually functioning. Is it not? But Sakshi is the illuminator of your dream. Sakshi, since it is the illuminator of dream, similarly understand while waking also Sakshi alone is the illuminator of Jagrat Prapancha through the mind. அப்படின்னு சொல்லி நீங்கள் மைண்டு இல்லுமினேட்டர்னு சொல்லக்கூடாது. Mind is illuminator with the blessing of the Sakshi Chaitanyam. Original illuminator is Sakshi Chaitanyam only. Nitya drishtihi. Shuddha. Ananta cha kevala. Ananta means infinite. In all ahankarams, Ananta means infinite Atma illumines the infinite ahankaras. In all ahankaras, who is the illuminator? I am the illuminator, Sakshi Chaitanya. How many bodies are there? So many ahankaras. So I, the Sakshi, am the illuminator of all ahankaras in all bodies. Shuddha, pure. Nitya, eternal. Infinite, eternal. And Kevala means secondless. Without second entity. That is the meaning. In Jagrat also. In Jagrat, primary illuminator is the mind. But that is also, even though it is primary illuminator, that it is active. Why we are not knowing this in Jagratana? Because this illuminator is active. There it is not dream, it is not active. Adinala da koncham vela pannum. No? Here it is active, it won't listen our words. There in dream it is not active, it is only, but another word also we have to remember. Illuminator, mind objectified in the dream. Illuminator, the Sakshi Chaitanyam objectify the mind. Here also, illuminator is Atma only. Jagrat also Atma only. But, Chalatma, the mind is playing this subject role also. That is the difficulty. There it is only object. It is not doing any function there. Where? In dream. It is only object. I, the Sakshi, am dominant there, I am illumining the mind. Chumma thungin irukadhu. Mind, it is not active, but here in waking state, it is active. It is not only object of my Sakshi Chaitanyam, it is illumined by me, but it is illumining other objects. As a secondary illuminator, it is busy. That is why it is creating problems. When it is not creating problems, when you are a Upadesa Sahasri student, it will not create problem. I am the subject, mind is the object in dream. But in waking, I am the subject, mind is also playing a subject role. Vesham. That Vesham is not real. But people think that Vesham is real. Next shloka he says, that subjective role of the mind in waking state, people take it as real. That is the samsara problem. Next shloka we will read. Verse number 9. Anitya sa vishuddheti grihyate tra vivekatah Sukhi dukhi tatha chaham Drishyayopadhi bhutaya. Dream is the only area where the mind is not functioning. Dream is the only area where the mind is not functioning actively with sense organs. It is doing only projection, but it is not doing any function. That is the only situation where mind is not functioning as the subject. As the subject, it is not functioning in the dream. This is said in Swayam Jyoti Brahmanam of Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Suppose you say, I am listening to your class. Suppose you say, I am listening to your class. Swamini, I am listening to your class. When you say, I am listening to the class, the mind is functioning, active. It is playing a subject role. That ahankara, the mind is very active. I am understanding from the mind standpoint, it is the statement. I am listening to your class, that is illumined by the secondary illuminator. Illuminator number 2. I am listening to your class, this statement, you know that you are listening to the class, you are making a statement. That is illumined by the mind. Suppose you say, I have understood your class. I have understood your class. That means what? That understanding which has taken in the mind. Are you following? I have understood your class. Suppose you say, next statement, second statement. I am listening to your class, first statement. I have understood your class is not said by the mind. It is not the job of the mind. Mind has understood the class that is known to the Sakshi Chaitanya. There, that primary illuminator. When you say, I have understood the class, that job is not done by the mind. I am listening to the class, that is, mind is the subject. When you say, I have understood your class, I have understood your class, where that understanding has taken place. You should not say in the Sakshi. Understanding has taken place in the Antakaranam. When you say, I have understood the class, that understanding has taken place in the buddhi or mind. Who is illumining this understanding? Sakshi Chaitanya. So that subject is Sakshi Chaitanya. When you say, I have understood the class, the subject is Sakshi Chaitanyam. How the Sakshi Chaitanyam illumining the understanding of the mind, that knowledge it has got, therefore you say, I have understood the class. The subject is Sakshi Chaitanya. I am listening to the class means the subject is the mind. Very, very subtle. Try to contemplate. I have understood the class means who is illumining that understanding, which happens in the buddhi or mind? Sakshi Chaitanya, not the mind. Because mind is not self-evident, not Swayam Jyoti. Sakshi alone is Swayam Jyoti. But what do we say? I have understood, and we take this understanding also to the Ahankara. That is illumined by Sakshi Chaitanyam. That is, I am the illuminator of the mind which has understood. I am illuminator of the mind which has understood. But what do we say? I am the Sakshi Chaitanyam who is the illuminator of the mind which has understood. But what do we say? I have understood. Which I? That is Ahankara I we use. Ahankara I can never say I have understood. I have understood and அது இல்லூம் பண்ணணும். இந்த இல்லூமினேஷன் என்ன சுவாமி, இதுனா டார்ச் லைட் போட்டு காமி இல்லூமினு சொல்றாரு, எனக்கு டார்ச் லைட் போடணுமா? Illumining and knowing, evident. I have understood the class, the one who is illumining that knowledge in the happening in the mind, Sakshi Chaitanya. Sakshi Chaitanya enga far illa, inge da irukku. Sakshi Chaitanya is illumining. Therefore, Atma is the illuminator. Atma illumines the Ahankara, either in active or passive. Passive in dream la, active in waking la. Atma only illumining, really speaking. Either it is subject in the dream, Atma, but here also subject, but this mind is also playing the subject role. அதுதான் தகராறு. அப்படின்னு சொல்லி எப்பவுமே தூக்கத்துக்கு போக முடியாது, கனவு கண்ணின்றே இருக்க முடியாது. Therefore, the toughest, very, very subtle topic. More in the next class. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.